You are about to listen to a Beyond the Wheel mini pod.
Hi all, today I'm sharing my thoughts on the Camco Taste Pure water softener. This is going to be a two-part review, with the second part coming out in about 6 months from now after I have used the softener for some time. I recently purchased this water softener from Amazon for about $180. Now you might be like me and have never really given your RV water much thought except for filtering it with either the blue or green inline filters, and you may be wondering why even bother trying to make the water softer. Or really, what does that even mean? Well, after purchasing a home base in Arizona, I can tell you that water softening is definitely on my mind these days. We have a home water softener that went on the fritz, and it really did not take long to figure out that something was wrong with our water. It actually became difficult to take a shower because the soap and water did not want to glide over our skin. You can kind of describe the water as being rough. I was able to easily fix our home water softener and get the water back to normal again. But it got me thinking about the water that we put into our RV. So using a water softener is more than just a feeling that you have. And some of the other benefits of using a water softener are that it will prevent buildup of minerals or scale on the inside of pipes, fixtures, and water heaters. It also lengthens the life of some appliances. It reduces or prevents mineral spots on glassware, prevents or reduces soap films in detergent curds in sinks, bathtubs, and washing machines. Really, it was the first two benefits that made me want to get a water softener for the RV. The water here in Arizona is tough, full of minerals, and I fear that I am shortening the life of our water heater and possibly gumming up our plumbing over time in the RV. So let's talk about the Camco water softener. Most importantly, it is portable. It's got a built-in handle to carry it around. It weighs about 25 pounds and can be stored either laying down or upright. It's 22 inches tall with a circular base measuring about 9 inches across. So it's relatively small and easy for me to pack away in our RV. It's also very straightforward to use right out of the box. This was something that surprised me. I thought there was going to be setup. I thought I was going to have to put filters into this thing or do something with it, but literally this is ready to be used right out of the box. You just take it out of the box and you start using it right away. So the only step really that there is to run water through it for about 7 minutes. Then you're ready to connect to your RV. So it comes with a 4-foot hose, and you just connect that from the spigot to the water softener, and then you're just going to use your normal drinking water hose that you already have for your RV, and you're going to connect it to the water softener. I personally still put my water filter in between the spigot and the softener. I would imagine you could put it on the other side, but I thought it was probably a good idea for me to filter the water before it even reaches the softener. So now the big questions are, does it work? And have we noticed any difference in our water since using the water softener? And the answer to both of those questions is yes. And the way we know it is because it came with some test strips. These test strips just let you know that the water is actually being softened and minerals are being removed. So what you do is, well, the way I did it anyway was I just ran a test strip under the spigot, and that test strip turned brown, which meant that it was high in minerals. So then I connected the water softener and then took another test strip and did the test again after the water softener, and that test strip turned green, meaning that the water softener had stopped all those harsh minerals from getting passed through. I'm going to include a photo of these test strips and the results in the show notes. So be sure to check out the show notes if you want to see the actual results from that test. The other way of knowing that it was working was when my wife Sabrina came out of the shower of the RV and said, "I just had the best shower in our RV ever, and I really didn't want to get out." That right there was a selling point for me that it worked, and it was worth the $180. So now you might be wondering, like, why break this into two parts? It sounds like it's a winner, but at some point I'll need to recharge this water softener. So yeah, right out of the box, bam, you just start using it, nothing to do whatsoever. But after time, actually in 6 months, what you have to do is recharge the canister. And that's something that's normal with all water softeners. Even our water softener at our home needs to be recharged, but it does it automatically. All I'm doing to our home water softener is adding salt to the system as it's needed. But with the Camco portable one, it is not automatic. You have to do what is called back flushing, and then you add 2 pounds of table salt into the tank. And this is done easily enough. It's got a wide mouth canister or cap at the very top of the canister that you can just add this salt to it. So everything looks simple to do. I would say it's fairly simple to do. And because you only have to do it every 6 months, that's only twice a year. I'm curious to see, is that true? How often will it really only be every 6 months, or is it going to be more often? Sabrina and I have a bunch of our RV trips that we're about to take. So we're really going to be testing this out really soon. And then, after I do that recharge in about 6 months, I'll come back on here and let you guys know, was it really that easy to do? Or was it, kind of a pain? And like I said, the recharge is just kind of a fancy way of saying that we're backwashing the system. We're just adding an adapter to the outlet that will allow us to run water through the outlet, or I should say, the adapter allows us to run water in through the outlet and flush everything backwards out of this tank and clean it up. They say that you just run the water for about 7 minutes, take off that adapter, which is included with the initial purchase of the water softener. Add your 2 pounds of salt, and then everything is ready to go, and you're kind of back in business, I guess you could say. So I'm really curious to see how all this works out, share my experience with you, see if it's really lasting the 6 months or if I'm finding that I need to do this recharge more often. That's my initial review of the Camco Taste Pure water softener, and so far so good, guys. But I'll let you guys know. All right, everybody, take care. Safe travels.